Summer in. I'm going to take you through a new mobility circuit today, mostly involving shoulders and spine. And here's what you need: a ball, some sort of a dowel or hockey stick, any kind of a light ball, as well as a resistance band. If you don't have any of those, then we'll make it work. You have a wall, I know that. First one, easiest one, we're just going to put the hands on the wall at about shoulder height, and then we're going to hinge the hips back and get a good stretch in the hamstrings as well as the mid-back. You'll feel this a lot in the hamstrings and a little bit in the mid-back. But I'm going to progress this later. So this is just kind of our gentle ease in to T-spine extension. This will really be the extent of lower body and maybe a little bit more. The lower body mobility video will come later. But all of these exercises, I think there's 8, will involve the wall. Let's do one more. Okay, you're going to put your back to the wall, and you're going to come into a deep squat position, your deepest squat that you have, and then you're going to hold this position. Let's go into rotations. So I'm going to watch my hand travel as it reaches up on a diagonal and hits the wall. Yes, you do have to hold the deep squat position, but you're all strong. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we'll come out of this one and grab your resistance band if you have it. You're going to put one foot along the wall, and I'm actually going to use the wall as support. As I come into a single leg RDL, I'm going to grab my smart toner and just create a tiny bit of tension. Alternately, you can hold that dowel or the hockey stick as well on this one. So foot is on the wall, and then I'm going to lean against the wall, bend in my front leg, and I'm going to go into an internal rotation or closed rotation in towards that forward leg. So I'm going to rotate my torso sideways in towards the forward leg and back down. Turning away, in towards the forward leg. Let's do 2 more. And the last one. Switch your feet. Other leg down, other leg up. Create tension in 3, 2, 1. In, back to neutral. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 1 more. 6. Turn and face your wall again, please. We're going to do face to wall, Y lift-offs. So coming relatively close to the wall with your pinkies on the wall, we're going to make the shape of a Y as we slide the arms up the wall, and then without moving your core, lift the arms off the wall, squeeze the shoulder blades together, go back to the wall, pull the arms in. Y, brace hard, shoulders down and back, lift off and squeeze. Find the wall, back down. We're going to do 6 more. Up, squeeze. Up, shoulders down and back, squeeze. Don't want to be leaning away from the wall as you do this. And let's do 2 more. And last one. Okay, this one, you're going to stay facing the wall, but But instead of having your hands on the wall as we did last time, we're going to amplify it by putting your forearms on the wall. And again, we're going to go into an RDL or a hip hinge. So from elbows to fingertips on the wall, push your weight back into that RDL. You'll feel this a little bit more now in your mid-back as opposed to your hamstrings. Okay, stay connected to the wall, push back. We're going to do this 8 times. 1. Again, we are looking for extension in your upper back. Exhale, down, inhale, stand. Let's do 4 more, halfway. The next 2 will be seated on the ground with our back to the wall. Okay, the first one, all you need to do is sit down. Turn around, sit down with your butt and your back fully connected to the wall, as well as your low back. However you want to sit is fine. You could be cross-legged, or if you don't have that, if that's not comfortable for you, you could go here. Making a W with your arms, we're going into a wall slide, the same as we would do on the floor in a floor slide, exact same thing. So you know you need to connect your ribs and your hips, don't flare, and then from here, we'll bring the arms up overhead, and then back down. Lock into this position. So this one's more shoulder mobility, less spine mobility. Our next and final one will be more spine, less shoulder. You're actively trying to keep your elbows and knuckles and forearms attached to the ground, your head as well. And let's just do 2 more. And last one. And then I'd like you to grab that ball and the hockey stick that I mentioned earlier. We're going to sit exactly the same way that we just were, but we're now going to take the ball, put it in between your shoulder blades or your mid-back and the wall, and then you're going to sit the exact same way that you just were. Okay, sitting up nice and close to the wall. So the ball is locked right at the middle of your back. You're going to hold the hockey stick or dowel, and then from here, you're going to take the stick with a forward raise or overhead raise all the way up, back to the wall. Try to see if you can get your knuckles to connect to the wall, and then back down. Push into that ball. The goal is that your knuckles hit the wall with ease, without any shrugging. Let's do 4 more. Using that ball, you're going to come into a half kneeling position with your inside knee down. Take the ball and put it against your hip and the wall. That's going to lock you into perfect half kneeling position. We're then going to take the inside arm and rotate in towards the wall, getting full rotation if you can, and then sweep it back the other way. Obviously, if you don't have the ability to lock the hip in with the ball, if that's too close and too tight for you, you could forego the ball and inch a little bit further away from the wall. And then let's turn the other way, and you'll go the exact same thing. Inside knee down, attach the ball to your hip and the wall, and then circle in towards the wall with the other arm. halfway. We're going to do 4 more. Last one. You can always repeat that again if you have another 5 minutes, or you can just be done for the day. Repeat it every day if you struggle with mobility in your spine or your shoulders. Thanks.